What is up, guys? It's Max or Tone here, and today I have a thought video. So as you see, I have two pairs of shoes on the screen. So today's thought video is about the Comme des Garçons and New Balance shoe, but it's not really about those, but that's what inspired the video. So I saw these on Twitter. So this is on the left, you have the collab shoes, and on the right you have their normal shoes, their everyday shoes. And I love these, the white with the black bottom, the collaboration one on the left. I love them, and I just thought, why don't they do more stuff like this that looks unique and cool? The black one looks pretty normal, but the white one looks a lot more unique, cool, different. And this isn't the best picture of them either. They look really sick. But then on the right, you have like the most normal looking shoes ever. Like if you asked a kid to draw a shoe, he would either probably draw this or a pair of Vans, like the most done shoe ever. This looks like your standard dad shoe, which is fine, but it made me think of something. So I wrote down, Apple makes the designer and lets people make the popular changes, while most brands make what's popular and let the designer step in. So you can flip-flop this depending on your goal as a brand. So what I mean by this is the left side shoe would be Apple. So it's the coolest shoe, the best looking, the best designed. So it's like the iPhone. The right side shoe would be like what's a good alternative? Um like say Samsung maybe. If we're using phones, but what I really think is like um gosh, what's a good example? Just like your everyday thing, but not in the good way. Because I was gonna say McDonald's, but McDonald's, well, these are good shoes. So the thing is, a lot of brands say, okay, I want to make the most mass appeal thing. All right? Because they want to sell the most stuff. But instead of focusing on the designer, like Apple has done, so Apple made the designer mass appeal. Instead, most people go mass appeal, and then they're bringing in a designer to make it cooler. Where Apple makes the designer product, and then they have like, okay, you want to make it like, um, you want to make it say a sunflower or a flower design. Okay, put a case on it, you know. So that was kind of my idea behind this thought video, is that a lot of companies are focused on making the mass appeal product when I think they should be or could be focused on making the designer product themselves. Not to say that these aren't designer products on the right, because they are. It depends on what you mean by designer, I guess. But it's funny that these shoes are the same company when they look so different and they feel so different. Um, so that's kind of cool to me. But it's just, I don't know. Hopefully this idea is being brought about the right way. Um, this is just what prompted. This might be a bad idea for it. So I'm gonna just, as a quick experiment for myself, gonna get rid of these and just think about, so a company bringing in a designer to accentuate their own product when they could originally just be the designer product. So I think that's the issue I had with it, is why isn't the New Balance shoe this sick already? Why are they bringing in a brand to collaborate with this? So maybe that's what I was thinking of, because you don't see an Apple phone designed by, like, I don't know, like who even is the designer brand at Apple? Like who can go above Apple? No one. That's the fun part. So it's like you don't see Apple phones being collabed with by any other brand because they are that brand. And a computer is a weird thing because, oh, how would you collab on a computer? That's an interesting thing though. Computer collabs. So have Apple design other products for stuff. Um, but see, then again, why would Apple, the designer, go to another brand? So it's a criticism of both. Because why isn't Comme des Garçons just making these shoes? I guess it's fun to collab, but at the same time in my head I'm like, oh, it feels weird having a Walmart brand like New Balance, which that seems like a terrible thing to say, but it's true. Like It's not a designer brand. Collabing with Comme des Garçons, so it's like stepping down. It's like Louis Vuitton doing a Walmart collab. It's like what? That's why it was kind of funny to me. But also it was funny because it turned out really cool, I thought, and that's what made me pissed off. So it's like I like some of the Louis Vuitton stuff, and Walmart has some solid shoes. You know, I have a pair of $10 Walmart shoes that I wear like every now and then just because they're fun. They're super simple. They're like these non-slip shoes. Um, they almost look like they're Balenciaga or something because it's literally just like a 3D printed shoe. It's like a block. Like there's no laces, no nothing. It's just black. So the issue is I like Louis Vuitton. I kind of like Walmart, and the Louis Vuitton Walmart collab is good. And I'm like, why isn't Walmart just doing this? So I don't know. It feels like it just felt weird to me to see that, but it also felt it didn't feel bad, but it felt weird. And I wanted to make a thought video. And I was just thinking, Apple's kind of like the peak design for me, just because of the aesthetic, how good it is. Like, I don't know. I've turned into an Apple boy. But that was the thought video. I guess it's kind of a message to push yourself more. And instead of having these outside sources come in to make the designer product, why not just be the designer product? And I suppose it's kind of like branding because I guess Nike does this too because I'm thinking who's the Apple of shoes? And right now in my mind I'm saying Nike, but in reality I would probably say Yeezy if it was still a thing. But I'm thinking, well, would Nike go and do collabs? And I'm like, yeah, that's what they do. That's what Nike does. They just take like the simplest silhouette and they'll bring in like Supreme and collab or whoever in collab, Off-White collab. And it turns out cool, but it's like, why isn't Nike just being that? I don't know. I hope you understand what I'm saying. This has been a thought video.